Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ben here back with another video, and today I'm playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 4. First time ever on this channel that I'm uploading anything for Black Ops 4. Besides that one video I made last week talking about how bad character unlocks in Blackout is, which I will talk about in this video as well, because I'm basically going to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on Black Ops 4. Before I do that though, the gameplay you're watching in the background is a control match I ended up recording with my buddy Fallen X Rebel. It does look pretty weird in some parts because I had to cut out a lot of like kind of freezing of the theater mode. The theater mode is just not the greatest in its current state. Treyarch definitely needs to do some tuning to that because it's just not working the way it should. I mean, in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, theater mode was pretty solid. Even in Black Ops 1, the theater mode was really good. And now it just seems like a very buggy and glitchy mess. But in any case, the team we were playing in this match, particularly, was not good. But also, ours wasn't as well. Me and Fallen X Rebel here, we had to backpack these guys so hard. Me and him together dropped a combined 80 kills and ended up winning the whole game. I think we swept them 3-0. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that in the background while I go ahead and ramble for a bit. So, first and foremost, I'm not even going to bother talking about the Specials HQ. We got what we got, guys. They said they weren't doing campaign. That's basically where we have to leave it. Unfortunately, it's not what people kind of wanted. But like I said, they weren't going to do campaign this year. So at least they gave you something. You got to give them props for that. But anyway, I played the first thing of Zombies, which I think was 9. No, not 9. Voyage of Despair. I am a huge history buff, and I love learning about the historical events of the Titanic and everything like that. So this map, I was already hyped for when I saw the trailer. It blew my expectations. Like, everything is really accurate to the way it was. Like, I've watched Titanic like 3 or 4 times in the last year. That's not in my entire life, by the way. I've watched it a lot. I just remember watching it 3 or 4 times during the year. It was on like HBO or something, so I watched it. And the map is very, very, very accurate to the way the Titanic was set up. I've looked at a number of different books on it. I've read like 2 books on the architecture of the Titanic. It's just everything. They got it right, and I'm so happy they did that justice. As a history buff, guys, it's impressive. Aside from that map, though, there's also 9, which to this day I have yet to play because I just haven't had time to jump into Zombies and go for long rounds. I played a lot of Blood of the Dead, and I think that's a pretty fantastic map. I like the new areas they added with that. I also like the kind of whole story that's going on there. Richtofen and the, I think they're the Ether Crew, right? That's the Ether Crew. But the main map I like the most, I think, is definitely the one you get with the Black Ops Pass Classified. I loved 5 from Black Ops 1. I played that constantly. I'm a little upset that they couldn't get the license for Won't Back Down from Eminem again, because that was a great Easter egg song. But the one on this map is also really good. So I definitely recommend trying to find it if you haven't heard it already. It's really good. But that's just basically all I have to say for Zombies. There are some bugs with it from what I've been hearing from other YouTubers, and it is getting better with days coming and going. Hopefully, at some point, they'll finally get it all ironed out, and then they'll start actually making more content for the zombie players, because I know they've been asking for like dark matter camo grind things. Or, I don't even know why I said there. Dark matter camo grind things. Like, I gotta go to bed soon. I'm tired, but you know, they're asking for like more camo unlocks specifically for zombies. So hopefully we'll see that in the future. Now on to Blackout. Blackout is basically as it was in the beta, except they nerfed armor and they changed a couple of like different things. But the main issue I'm currently having with Blackout is, as I mentioned in my video the other day, the character unlocks. I love the Black Ops universe. I love the story behind it and everything. So, of course, I'm going to want to get those characters. But when you have to do stupid, just redundant challenges to get these characters, it's just too much for a casual player. So, for example, to unlock Menendez, you need to find his locket. In order to find his locket, you need to loot it from either a player or a supply drop or a mystery box or something, like, or a supply cache somewhere in the field. You know, it's not going to come easy, basically is what I'm saying there. So even if you do find it, then you have to go ahead with that in your inventory, get a kill with a shotgun, a kill with a melee, and then I think you have to finish like top 10 or 7. I forgot which one it was, but believe me, it's not fun. And you have to do that all in one game. It's not like you could just find the item, end the game. It's like, okay, now let me do this challenge, and then next game I'll do the other one. No, you have to do it all in one game to unlock the character. It is so stupid, and I don't see anybody actually getting these characters unless you're like Twitch gods at playing Call of Duty Blackout. For example, I've seen Dr. Disrespect rocking a couple of skins. I've seen Shroud rocking a couple of skins. That's all because they play like really competitively 100% of the time in Blackout, and they're actually really good at it. So I can imagine they would probably be able to do this, but for casual players, especially on console, it's a lot harder. So I'm hoping Treyarch will take a look at these challenges in the future, bump them down a little bit for casual players like myself, because I would really like to be representing Woods when I jump into Blackout. Aside from that, there are some issues still with body armor. I feel like body armor still is very annoying. I feel like they need to increase the amount of level 1 body armor that spawns, because I often don't find any armor in a game. And during late game, when you get your, like, you find like a level 2 off the bat, right? It gets shredded. Then you're walking around for the rest of the game trying to find body armor until somebody decides to pick you off with like a sniper or an AR at close range, whatever they do. It's very frustrating, and I think that armor just needs to be widely available if it's going to maintain its dominance in Blackout. That way, at least everybody can, you know, have a chance when they get into the final circle. Or, just hear me out, nerf body armor for certain calibers. Like, for example, 5.56 shouldn't do nearly as much damage as a 7.62 on body armor. Or, you know, the Paladin should just devastate armor with a single shot if it's not level 3. That's my honest belief. You know, people might disagree with me there, but I just feel like maybe the calibers should play a role in destroying and getting rid of armor. Now on to multiplayer, which I think is where the biggest issues lie. And that is with balancing, people. Balance has always been an issue with Call of Duty. They've never got that quite right. And it's no surprise for Black Ops 4 that they have some balancing problems going into it. Obviously, the ICR is pretty insane right now, but it's more the grip attachment rather than the actual gun itself. Grip 2 gives you laser accurate fire with the ICR. I honestly think the Grip 2 needs to be nerfed before the ICR, so if Treyarch does that, then sees where the ICR is at in like a week, then maybe they could figure out they need to do more nerfing to the gun itself. But I honestly think it's just the grip, so hopefully that will be worked out in the future at some point. A lot of people are also using the specialist Nomad in free-for-all because of the dog and the tripwires. This is very annoying to play against because you'll obviously get into a lobby of like 3 or 4 Nomads a game, and they'll literally all get their dogs at the same time, send them all out, and then it's just non-stop spawn killing with dogs. Also, spawns specifically in free-for-all, from what I've noticed, are insanely bad, and this is after they actually tuned them a little bit. I honestly feel like they need to work on spawns in this entire game, especially in free-for-all and domination. They are just terrible spawns. I've been spawn trapped at least several times since I started playing. But mainly the only problem I've been having with the game is just balance. The server tick rates obviously are a huge issue, but I'm sure within the coming weeks those are going to be remedied as well. I honestly believe that Treyarch isn't going in the right direction with this game, and I feel like we just need to stand by them, keep giving them feedback on Twitter and Reddit, letting them know what they should do, and hopefully they'll reach out to us at some point and let us know where the game is going to go. But importance is feedback, guys. Just keep giving them feedback on Reddit. That's where I've been giving all my feedback on, and hopefully they'll hear our cries and do something about it at some point. So, and anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys have any things you want to add, feel free to throw them in the comments below. I'll make a rebuttal video maybe at some point. And if you guys want to check me out, I actually started live streaming, so feel free to look. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later.